Hey guys, yay! We get to react to, well, hold on. Hi, I got excited, sorry. Hi, today we are reacting to a tier 3 Patreon pick of the month. This one is brought to us by H-Ton. Hello, H-Ton. I'm excited because we get to react to more Aurora. It's been too long, I missed her, and now we get to watch her perform. Blackwater Lilies, this is live on the Honda stage. How long ago? 10 years ago, all right? 3.2 million views. I'm very excited. It's got a lot of views. Obviously, I'm missing out, so I can't wait to hear this. Now, I have pulled up the lyrics here, so we can try our best to interpret the song as best as we can in one listen. I will pause twice to give you my thoughts and commentary. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what we are in store for. But all that being said, do not forget that what you're seeing here is never a substitution for the original content. So you'll be sure to check out Aurora's official YouTube page. Click on all the links. It's the links. It's the best way to support her for free. So be sure to check it out, all right? Other than that, I can't wait to dive in. Thank you very, very much for being here. And welcome back to Abigail Reacts.
View discretion is advised. Levels of hype, chaos, and good vibes may exceed normal limits. Thank you for your cooperation, and enjoy the show. We going straight in.
Just a friendly reminder, guys, I do all of my reactions completely blind and in one single take. So let's go ahead and dive right in. I can't wait. Let's go. Honda stage. Here we go. Beautiful piano to start. There she is. Drown. Nope, bend. Beautiful piano.
Take your hand and I go under. I'm over and above. Take your hand and I go under. I'm over and above. On the river, I'm floating in.
Wow, what a high note.
I'm diving into the ocean. 1,000 black water lakes. On the river, I'm floating in underwater. I'm diving into the ocean. 1,000 black water lakes.
All right.
Black.
Beautiful. Played it a little bit more than I was supposed to. I just kind of lost myself. I got lost in her voice. What a voice that I missed so much. But let's go ahead and interpret these lyrics as best as we can here. I'm not going to do every single line because that would be a little bit too time consuming, but I'm going to do a couple lines from each part. All right. Verse 1. When I'm on a boat, I float. I know I can never drown. I see underwater, land. The wind is the only sound. Lots of nature, huh? She sounds completely calm, surrounded by nature. There's a fear, maybe there's a feeling of letting go of fear and just kind of allowing herself to drift somewhere quiet, and it comes off almost dreamlike, honestly. The chorus says, on the river, I'm floating in. Underwater, I'm diving into the ocean. So maybe the water is a place of escape or release, maybe. She keeps moving deeper into it. almost as if she's leaving the noise of the world kind of behind her. Then she says, 1,000 blackwater lilies in the river I'm falling in. So the black lilies, quite a visual. Um, it kind of makes the whole scene feel beautiful and yet almost a little mysterious. It's peaceful, but there's also something dark. They're black, and unknown about where she might be going. So we have to listen a little bit more to find out. That is where we stopped lyrically. We are on verse 2. If we take a moment to talk about the instrumentation, oh, this starts so delicately, doesn't it? It's, I'm hearing soft piano and keyboard, right? Um, percussion, very light, maybe. We've got these airy kind of background sounds as well that kind of make everything feel weightless. Aurora's voice, though, her voice is so clear and yet fragile in this performance. She has that breathy, almost floating quality about her voice. There's still so much emotion in it. What a combination. I love it. She can sound tiny and intimate, without disappearing into the music. I've always loved how unique her voice is to me. It's why I missed her voice so much. Yeah, this is wonderful so far. I did already go back, and I definitely went back more than 5 seconds just because it's going by too fast and I didn't want it to. So I think I went back 20. Let's keep listening, shall we? And I'll try to find my place again in these lyrics and interpret a little bit more. Here we go.
I'm diving into the ocean, 1,000 black water
A little, yeah, light percussion.
lilies. On the river, I'm floating in underwater. I'm diving into the ocean, 1,000 black water lilies.
She looks like she's swimming.
Black water lilies, arms are reaching for my arms. I can see no more. With hands as we float and rise.
How she goes from falsetto to her full voice is so crazy. Fully embracing it now instead of fighting it. Okay. Let's go ahead and interpret the rest of the lyrics now, because once again, at this point in the song, the only part that we haven't heard lyrically is just a little bit of an outro. So I'm going to do the rest of the lyrics so I can focus on the video rather than being glued to these lyrics to make sure I'm interpreting as best as I can. All right. So verse 2 says, arms are reaching for my arms. We dance as we float around. So she doesn't seem completely alone. There's a sense of being guided or even welcomed, maybe, depending on how you look at it, as she moves deeper. And the image feels more comforting now than frightening. Like I was a little skeptical. I was a little, yeah, I guess skeptical is the best word. I thought something bad, something dark was coming. But this sounds more comforting. So we head towards the ocean floor. There they go. Take your hand and I go under. So she's fully giving in to the experience. instead of fighting it, which is what I said earlier. It feels like trust. It feels like trust, maybe even surrender, and just allowing herself to be carried off somewhere new. Hmm. The outro says, I am warm, floating down. I am reborn. That ending sounds peaceful, almost cleansing. Going under the water doesn't feel like destruction or anything scary. It feels like transformation and starting over. There's a little bit more lyrics here. Water lilies, black water lilies. That repeated lilies line kind of leaves the song feeling mysterious, maybe dreamy, you know, which is where it began. But now there's a feeling of renewal, right? That's kind of attached to them. Hmm. There was nothing scary about these black water lilies at all. This sounds dreamy. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting lost in the visuals that this song is providing for me. Talk about the instrumentation just for a little bit here. I love the percussion. I almost second guessed myself last pause. I'm like, percussion? They were there. They're just so light and airy. They are starting to pick up a little bit more now. Love the keyboards here. Um, there's some soft backing vocals, right? I'll have to confirm that when I unpause here. But it does make the whole thing kind of feel like a dream. I really like how uh, her voice, how she goes from falsetto to chest voice, how she goes from chest voice to falsetto, and she can switch in and out of those two vocal techniques like instantly. So impressed with that. She keeps that light, airy tone about her voice, but I do feel like she's going to start building here a little bit more strength in this outro that we're about to hear. Um, there was a few vocal bends. She bent a couple notes. I always notice those. Those are tasteful if carefully placed. If it's overdone, I usually can't stand it. One here and there, perfect. So she did that great. Um, I just think her voice is really unique. So let me go back just a little bit. That was my second and final pause. We're going to the most replayed here. So I'm going to go back to the beginning of it and go ahead and play it out until the end. Let's see how they decide to end this song.
On the river, I'm floating in underwater. I'm diving into the ocean. A thousand black water lilies. When
There's a big high note at the end. That piano is what makes it feel dreamy to me. Okay. Very beautiful performance once again by the lovely Aurora. That was beautiful. In such a understated way, if you ask me. I love the percussion, the piano, the soft backing sounds, making everything kind of sound floaty and dreaming. Loved the backing vocals. All of it was arranged in a way that made the song sound really spacious. The atmosphere in this one never felt empty to me. It was always filled with something beautiful, and Aurora's voice is certainly something beautiful. Definitely the a centerpiece of this performance. She can sound soft, she can sound haunting, almost childlike one moment, and then suddenly a powerhouse the next. What a great voice. I felt like the whole performance feels like a mix of folk like, definitely some indie pop maybe. But there's just always been something a bit ethereal about Aurora's voice. And I think it's what makes her unique. I think it's what makes her voice unique. I loved it. My final interpretation of the song as a whole, not just piece by piece, Black Water Lilies. It felt like a dreamy song about surrendering to something bigger than yourself and finding peace in it. To me, the water and the depth and the black, it came off a bit mysterious, but in the end, it ended up being a place of rebirth and renewal and cleansing. So what a beautiful song. What a beautiful song. If you were to ask me what was my favorite part of the song, I think my favorite part of the song was just, honestly, Aurora's vocals. Cheesy, I guess, but I hadn't heard her in some time and I was anticipating hearing her again. There's also something about the way that she delivers her performance as well, literally doing this to dive, and I felt like she was swimming the entire performance with her body mannerisms. I love her. She's such a delight, such a wonderful voice to hear and a performer in itself. So I think that was my favorite part, but you guys let me know your favorite part of the song. Thank you so very, very much to Ton for another wonderful request. And thank you guys so very much for watching. If you enjoyed this reaction, please like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to check out the Patreon link as well as the Discord link in the description below. And I will see you next time. Bye.